Good morning, everyone. So I just wanted to discuss the this upcoming, which is today. Okay, today is March 14th, and there is a blood moon. Okay, full moon that's happening tonight. Okay, it's called blood moon because it's going to be red, right? And you can see it really brightly this morning, and it's like an orangey color. So with that being said, the days before, you probably felt its energy. A lot of you guys probably were facing some shadows, some things you needed to purge, release, and work through. And so that was, I'm going to write about that, exactly what that was. I dealt with some heavy triggers that went to past traumas that I needed to resolve between my husband and I. And so that was really relieving that we did, and we had the discussion, but it was really heavy, which I said I needed to release and purge through, and shed some tears. Okay, that's the purging for me and the releasing. However you release, that's fine. You may need to dance, you may need to get a little angry, you may need to cry. All of that is part of the releasing and purging process. And so had that going, and I felt so much better because it took like a few days for it to really come to the surface, to be discussed properly, and to come to a resolve or a resolution in that. And I'm happy that I did. And once I did, what opened up for me was a lot of creativity and more things to be authentic and vulnerable about. Right, a lot of things came to mind, which was me feeling what would I say, the triggers that came up. The root of the trigger was me feeling uncared for, and I used the word, but like I said, I wrote about it, so it came out better when I'm writing it. But that was the basis of the feeling that I had that arose. And this was for my teenage years, between the ages of 12 up to 17, I think, or 12 to 16, right? I experienced some things that made me feel uncared for and unprotected. And so those things came up for me. Those triggers came up for me within my relationship, and I was able to fully express them. So a lot of people run away from their shadows, right? This is where I'm going with this. A lot of people run away from their shadows. They try to avoid doing the work or the shadows because it's too heavy, it hurts, they don't want to cry. Well, this keeps stuck energy inside of you. It keeps you stuck and stagnant from being the highest version of yourself. So never avoid the things that are meant to help you, meant to release you from the bondage and the grip that it has on you, meant to give you spiritual growth and spiritual strength. Okay, some things you just cannot avoid, because at the end of the day, they become more explosive, because the universe knows that it's necessary for you to experience this and to release and to purge. Now, when you fight your evolution, which is necessary for the growth of us all, when you fight it, what happens is you end up fighting internally, and it takes you a little bit longer to experience the process of this internal evolution and growth that you are to experience. When you allow yourself to feel it, to release it, meditate in prayer, and know that everything is happening for the betterment of you, for your greater evolution. As the word says, it says all things come together for those who love the Lord. And if you believe that and you trust that, right, I'm going to give you biblical, I'm going to give you spiritual, because I believe in it all. And in front of me, I see the number 7777. This is just confirmation. 7s are amazing to see, right? You guys know that is the biblical number of completion, right? In this beautiful year 9. So much to say with that. And if you've seen my videos, you'll see that as well. Back to the point. So you must allow yourself to evolve. And when you are experiencing purging and releasing, if you can, it's necessary to get grounded, because it's a lot of heavy, intentional, emotional work that you are experiencing. And so you might have seen a lot of this or experienced a lot of this before this moon. And if you have released it by now, then you will be experiencing the goodness and the grace and the creative evolutions. You will experience inspired action. You will feel like you are fulfilling your purpose. You will be stepping into the highest, most authentic version of you. Now, this is not just going to happen with this moon. Between now and the other moon, which is March 29th, I believe, which is the new moon, you will be progressing and seeing this more and more. So if you're experiencing this is not by chance. So it is above, so it is below. What you are feeling is directly correlated to astrology. Okay, we all know, or some of us may know, that moon controls the waters. We are 70%, if not 90% water. So of course our emotions and a lot of that are directly correlated to the moon. This is why astrology is necessary. Now, some people who are super biblical, religious, or stuff like that, they probably don't look at astrology as something that is important, but it is. If you look in the Bible, when they talk about the 3 wise men that found Jesus according to the stars, that is part of astrological science, okay? And a lot of people have this intuition when it comes to that. They may not pay attention to the moon cycles, but we are in tune and intertwined and directly connected with it, okay? It's no reason why we have stars, why we have moons. We are made up of the same thing that stars are made of, okay? Look it up if you don't believe. So of course, so it is above, so it is below. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope that helps some people if you are feeling about it. And if you care to discuss and want to talk about it, definitely leave your comments below about how you're feeling, what you're dealing with, so on and so forth. I'd love to connect with you guys. If you want to connect even further, go on a deep dive, go ahead and join my community at Substack. I say our community because it's not just mine's. Join Substack to read more, go into a deep dive with me, learn more about the astrological science that's happening right now, the universal shift that is going on right now, the universal shift in spirit, consciousness, all those great things, and energy work. You will find that there. All right. And I would love to communicate more with others who understand this, who knows more, as I'll be sharing, and I love to hear other people share as well. So yeah, I hope that helps, and subscribe wherever you're following, and follow wherever you subscribe. Peace and blessings.